for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, well, before we get into the meeting, we have some other important business to do. Could you come up front and center, sir? Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Raise your right hand. I, Richard C. France,
I, Richard C. France,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey,
obey,
and defend the Constitution of the United States,
and defend the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
and that I discharge the duties of police officer in Mount Pleasant Township,
and I discharged my duties as a police officer in the Mount Pleasant Township Police Department,
Washington County, with fidelity.
Washington County, with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You already got your badge, so I can't give you your badge.
Congratulations.
And welcome back.
Yes, back
Yeah,
again.
thank you very much.
Congratulations. Permanently.
Permanently, there you go.
Sweet Tom before?
No.
We'll have
He's
to,
handy and helpful.
you have one of these filled out?
No.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Signature of official. Oh, you have to go get it notarized.
Oh, yeah.
Signature of official.
I can do that tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Graham.
No, it doesn't have to be notarized.
Oh,
No, I just chairman, and then you have to attest and put the
Okay.
seal on it.
all right. I'll do that.
All right.
Either one.
Pardon?
Either one.
Yeah. Got that out of the way, and welcome Rich back to the township. He was here part-time for a while, and then he left, and now he's back full-time, so. Took the place of Mike Dance, who left. Public discussion on any of the agenda items? I'll make a motion to approve the January 3rd, 2022 reorganization and supervisors meeting minutes.
Second the motion.
Motion's been made and second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
I'll make a motion to approve the departmental reports.
I second the motion.
Motion's been made and second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
I'll make a motion, we authorize the payment of the bills and the payroll for the month of February 2022.
I'll second it. Motion's been made and second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
I also move to appoint Wayne Roth to the Municipal Authority.
I'll second it.
Motion. He's one of the guys that always comes to every meeting, so we talked him into it.
I was happy to see that.
Yeah. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Also, I'll make, Tom, I need to talk about this first. We have a planning commission opening that we didn't reappoint at the reorganizational meeting.
Okay.
So I interviewed a couple of the candidates because I wanted to do that first. That's why the board voted to table it.
Mhm.
I had interviewed both of the candidates and now I'm ready to make a motion.
And, yeah, you can
Okay.
take action
Well,
anytime.
do we, okay, but we have to amend the agenda to add that, correct?
Do you have an item at all for that vacancy?
No.
No, then, yeah, so technically you would first do a motion to amend the agenda to include.
I would like to wait until towards the end to do that because we also have another thing to add. We'll just add them
Sure,
both at the
okay.
same time.
Okay.
That's fine.
I'll make a motion to approve the tax collector's office hours at the township office for township taxes, Saturday 3/19, 4/16, 5/7, and 5/14 from 9 a.m. to 11, and evenings May 3rd, 5th, 10th, and 12th from 5:30 to 7.
I'll second the motion.
Motion's been made and second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
I'll make a motion to ratify the purchase of a cell phone for the use by the duty officer for the police department.
I'll second that. Motion's been made and second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. I'll make a motion to ratify the hiring of Richard France as full-time officer in the police department effective 2/14/2022. And Mr. France replaces Michael Dance, who resigned on 2/10/22.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. I'll make a motion to ratify the purchase of 2 body-worn cameras for the police department.
Second the motion?
Motion's been made and second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
I'll make a motion to approve the holding tank application of David Simmons, 55 Lockwood Road.
Second the motion?
Motion's been made and second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
I'll make a motion to ratify the purchase of 2 rolls of used AstroTurf for the Mount Pleasant Township building batting cages at $400 per roll for a total of $800.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Before we make the next motion, we need to know the salary that we're hiring them at.
15.
$15 an hour. I'll make a motion to hire Hayden Roberts as a full-time firefighter EMT effective 3/7/22 at a rate of $15 per hour.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. And just to add to that, Hayden, when we interviewed the last time, he was one of the guys that we interviewed. We like Cookie better, but Cookie's leaving, so he's going to replace him. And then hopefully next month we'll have another person that will has been working part-time now, and we'll be able to add him, and then we'll be back up to full staff.
Good.
Make a motion to enact ordinance number 156, a debt ordinance authorizing the incurring of lease rental indebtedness by the guarantee of the debt service on a note of the Mount Pleasant Township Municipal Authority in a principal amount not to exceed $2 million. And what this is a line of credit that the municipal authority had, which expires in April, which we're still, and we're hopefully getting closer to getting grant money, at least in a couple of sources. But the bank is requiring that we turn that over into a loan, and that's what this does.
And what will that loan payment be?
It was budgeted in the budget when we did the budget. Darla, you had that figured out.
Yeah, it is. I think it was around $9,500 a month.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then hopefully that will come down. If we get some grant money, that money's gonna go towards that first, so.
The amount is not $2 million. That
No,
is in there in the title of the ordinance, because that was the original amount of the
Yeah,
amount of
it's-
credit maximum. The balance is actually approximately $1 million or so
It's right
now,
around $1 million.
and
Yeah.
it cannot be increased. It's almost like if you have a line of credit and it
Yeah,
expires and flips into.
I don't know
a
why they
total amount.
really put that in there, because,
Yes, and I only included it out of abundance of caution because they did.
yeah, but it's $1 million something, but, and hopefully soon it'll be down below $1 million.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no.
Abstain.
Motion carries 2-1. Now I entertain a motion to add 2 items to the agenda. I'll make the motion. Is there a
I'll second
second? Motion's been made and second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. First item will be for the empty position on the planning commission. There was 2 people that applied. It was tabled.
I'll make a motion to select Bill Orton to the planning commission to fill the empty term.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and second. Since it's an addition to the agenda, any comments or questions from anybody in the public? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. And the second item is, do you have those quotes?
Yes.
A while back, we went out on quotes for a standby generator for here.
This is the new one from him, and then do you want the other ones?
No, because
No.
this is the one.
That's the, yeah. that was the
This is
ones.
Metz Electric. It's a 200 amp automatic transfer. Part of the problem is delivery, but everybody's having that problem right now, which will handle the township, the pad, connecting the gas line, transfer switch. It's a complete.
It'll handle both this building and
Yes,
the garage.
yes. It's a bid of $21,899. Oh well, actually, if we're tax exempt,
Right.
so it's actually $21,299. Is what do you say, 20 some weeks?
Yeah.
It's a Kohler, so it's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's a much needed item. My only question, Darla, is there an account in the budget that was budgeted for? Which line item in the budget was there?
They can
No.
use the American Rescue.
We can use the
funds.
American
Yeah.
Rescue Funds, and
And
that's
that-
what
that
I had
was-
planned
As
to
long as
do.
that's eligible, that's a great
It
idea.
is.
Is that co-stars as well? Eligible or that bid?
That way?
The price or that?
Is he getting the generator through CoStars, is what Tom's asking.
Yeah, because otherwise I think that tweaks up above the bid limit.
No,
No.
it's not.
I didn't check
No.
the updated one.
The bid limit's
No.
21.9,
tweak-
and.
Well, and we
I
have 2 other bids
And I
anyway,
have
that-
Okay.
three, and I have 3 bids.
which
so
are much
I
higher
fall-
than this.
Yeah, so I
Right,
fall
right.
under the phone,
Okay,
The
no,
phone
you're under the
bidding.
wire, great.
yeah.
So I'll make a motion to,
2
Go
motions,
with-
I guess. Amend the agenda and then.
We
well,
did
we already
the,
amended
Yeah,
the
You included
agenda.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said there
Okay,
was 2
sorry.
items.
so,
Make a motion to go with Metz Electric for the 200 amp generator for the township building at a cost of $21,299.
No, that's $899.
No, 99
Oh,
because
it's on
of
the tax.
taxes.
I gotcha.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and second. Again, it's an addition to the agenda. Any questions from anybody? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. All right.
Very much needed.
Oh, well, yeah.
yes.
And part of the problem, one of the big problems is we have these electronic locks on the doors, which have a battery backup for a period of time.
They're not gonna last forever.
They don't. So. All right, discussion items. Need to be an allocation for American Rescue Plan funds.
I just want to ask for the American Rescue Plan, can just do a blanket claim under lost revenue. You don't even have to do the revenue calculator, which I did, and we did have that according to their calculations, but you can just claim lost revenue up to $10 million. Don't I wish we were getting
That would
10
work, that
million?
would
Yeah,
work.
that would. So that is my suggestion to claim, and then it's basically just a one and done. We will get the other half in either June or July of this year.
I think
And
that's a good idea to,
That's how I would do it.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, residents, neither one of these residents are here. So anybody else have anything to discuss?
The only other thing I wanted to discuss, and maybe that's why, was maybe talking about moving the police up to the fire department. Just wanted to have a discussion on that. Has there been any conversation that you had, Matt, with,
Just briefly, and that's what I was hoping to discuss afterwards with the three
Okay.
of you. Yes.
that's fine.
Discuss it now or after? I mean, it can be-
I would prefer now because it's early, if that's okay.
It's fine.
I wasn't committed one way or another, and I had some different thoughts I wanted to throw out there.
That's fine. We're here to listen.
Yeah. You want to talk now then about?
Yep.
Okay. I had prepared some stuff, obviously to kind of give to all three of you there. I wanted to briefly glance through it a lot. I was kind of trying to catch this beforehand. This is
Who really needs one?
I don't. I need to three because I thought it was going to be before. I will get you one.
Well,
Do you want me to get one now?
No, it's all right, I'll look at George's, but,
Okay.
yeah, because it has to be part of the record.
Okay.
Okay,
Wasn't aware of that. I apologize.
that's okay.
It's not necessarily a new issue. In speaking with the former chief of police,
Turn page.
we're now staffed at 6 full-time officers, slotted for 2 additional part-time officers. Our current station is 8 foot by 15 foot 11 inches with files, evidence. There's multiple issues that need addressed with more space. Obviously new construction with COVID funds might be an option, or the discussions for the old fire hall up on Main Street is also something that's been discussed. Me personally, I'm fine with either option, but I would just like to start a process as the group to try to figure out what course is best and then how to move forward. Obviously, new construction won't happen quickly, but it would give a chance for the community to also have some input perhaps, and something they might want or expect. The fire station, I think, is a good, faster solution, depending upon certain factors, which I have some of that listed in those packets for you. But obviously, it would take a little research there as well. At this time, all I really wanted to ask was for the blessing of the board to start getting hard numbers to give you guys more adequate figures and facts rather than just wants and wishes. So I didn't want to proceed further without your guys' blessing, but I would like to start consulting and try to come up with some figures and possibly even a short-term solution to possibly progress further down the road towards a long-term solution. But currently with prisoners, tonight for example, we actually have 2 people in custody currently, and I couldn't even bring them here. I had to ask another agency to house them. We don't have a safe way to house them, especially 2, and it does create a serious issue. Additionally, my evidence space is very, very small, and it's creating also an issue, which I'm trying to work out a plan that better suits for that. It's going to take a little bit of time, and I will consult with the DA's office for the best approach. They do have some recommendations for that, and try to go that route to make sure we're handling it appropriately, and try to maybe get some input for them for any advice that they have for that.
Well, I definitely believe what you bring it to the attention of the board is something, in my opinion, that's needed. Back when I was supervisor before, that was always an interest of mine, is trying to find more space for the police department. So it's something I'll take serious.
I appreciate it.
My opinion, I think, rather than going up to the fire hall,
Yeah.
because one, we would not own that, we'd have to do some kind of a lease, and then you're gonna get into electric and gas and everything else. You could move into this space.
Well, this could work, but then meetings and
We won't have meetings here.
okay.
We can move our meetings up to the fire hall and use that, but you would have this space, George would go in your area.
Sure. I again, laying it out, it could be an option. I'm not committed to one thing or the other, and obviously that's the board's decision. But it may lay out and work appropriately. But holding cells are going to take up space. A place to hold evidence properly is going to take up space. There could be enough room here. I don't know without some assistance from somebody that lays those out. I'm not an architect or an engineer. But I definitely.
Because this
Space
gives
could
you
help.
your own private entrance there.
Mhm.
But you're still close to Darla, because there's an interaction between Darla and George for
Sure.
the police department. I would like to look at this approach here.
Yeah, I'm happy to look at any approach and communicate any way that we as a group think is best to serve the township. I'm fine with any way that works better than what I have right now, yes. And you'll see in there, I didn't commit to one idea or the other. And figure out a solution that we can all agree is gonna serve the township better, the officers better, and you know, it's just not a good situation for them right now at all either. So that's something that we can do.
I think it's
over
going
the
to
next
take a little
couple
more
weeks.
planning on both sides to see, you know, which location may better suit everybody.
Correct. I think we should lay out a
There could
positive
be
and
goods
negative
and-
for all three
There's pros and
ideas
cons with both
and come up
places.
with it. Yes,
And
absolutely.
there needs to be a little research put into that to see which may be better.
We have to get the fire department to.
Yeah, the
get
fire
on
department
board
would
with-
definitely have to
get
be a
on
big
board
part
with-
of that.
You know,
Right.
us actually using that.
Right.
And see what they would want in exchange for us.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a couple weeks of discussions for sure. I did speak with the fire chief. You know, we had some conversations, but, you know, I'm not going to do anything too far without the board's blessing. At the end of the day, it's a decision that the three of you will have to make. Obviously, I'm going to support anything better than I have now. I just want to make sure it's something that we can grow into as the township continues to grow over the next 5, 10 years until a more solid plan can maybe be obtained. The only reason I liked bringing it up now, not that I like to bring it up, but is the COVID funding. There's a chance to make some positive use with good purpose to further the police department to aid people that call us. Because right now it is an issue. It's hard when we have to take people into custody or do interviews. I mean, you can't even interview people adequately with the current setup. It is an issue. It's a challenge. It's a challenge they've handled very well so far. I don't want to take it away from any of the people that work for us, but you know, that's the number one addressed issue that I've had since I started. I can't speak before that other than I did speak with, you know, former Chief McQuillan, and, you know, I know that it's been an issue for a while, and I'm, you know, hoping we can start to address it.
It wouldn't be a problem just like writing something up, like an agreement with the fire department, like a lease thing, right?
No,
You
I
can
mean,
do
if you
that
get to
pretty
that
easily.
point, obviously, and it's not uncommon for the use of that
Right, so you
facility
could do that.
arrangement. That's something, that'll be,
But-
you know, the agreement spirit, once you come up with that, is rather easy. You know, even on a planning front, between you and I know you guys have a lot of ideas to offer up for you to, your research. When you get to a point too, I know Sean has helped with North Fayette doing, kind of looking at their options and stuff too, so
Right.
that's available as well.
Well, I think that's a good starting point, maybe, is just having some serious conversation. among-
Yeah, it's difficult to get the three together sometimes. You all have lives, and you serve a lot of your time already here. But you know, obviously, I would appreciate the three of you coming together and meeting with me. You know, and I'd like to include Darla as well. Obviously, she's a big part of this. And you know,
You better, because she's
She
the one
helps
that
me.
controls the funds.
yes, yes. So you know, it's something that, as a group, you know, all of us that have a vested interest here, to get together and get on the same page with something is what I would like to see. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anything else?
No, just give me a copy.
Yeah, is it possible to get Darla to get in touch with the state highway department to do some, have them come in and do some work on some of the state roads where the trees have kind of overhung from all the ice and stuff like that, if they could clear, there's some issues there, and down on our road, the road is actually collapsed. Down where we live at, you know, it got really bad down there, the shoulders like 18 inches deep.
I saw they were down on, bottom of Wabash, they were down there fixing that shoulder today.
Today, yeah.
So they're starting, but, I mean, we can,
Doesn't Mickey email that girl, or did you?
No.
Mickey.
Mickey must email.
Mickey, isn't there a lady that you have an email or a number that you call from the state that you could call her?
It's like the dispatch number.
But I need to know what roads, I'll need the state route numbers if you can get them, because you just can't call up and say Main Street. They
Right.
want state route numbers and,
Yeah, like
then
over on-
what's
I mean,
wrong with
like
each-
Hornhead.
Yeah.
where it's
Bill,
a
too, I know
dispatch.
you asked Darla to do it too, but even as a citizen and resident, there's a number, 1-800
I've
fix
called,
roads.
and
Okay.
it's hard to get them done. You know, it's easier if you guys call because
Yeah.
you've got more clout than what I have or whatever.
Not really, but okay.
I don't
Not
know.
really, not really,
Really?
trust me.
The state,
But, you're right.
I'll bite
Yeah.
my tongue because I'm not, yeah.
There's a lot of the state roads right now with
Oh.
just branches piled up and hanging
Yeah.
And with all the thawing and freezing, I've noticed the roads are just starting to crumble.
Fort Cherry Road is a mess.
Oh, it's,
I hadn't been out here when I came out last week. It looked
Yeah.
like every tree. It looked like somebody shook all the trees, and it was
Oh,
just,
yeah. They're-
it's,
too.
and all the washout on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
there's some places don't, when other cars come, I stop and let them go around, like on Beach Nut or whatever, and it's not really there, but there's some places where it falls off and it's like this
Yeah.
deep.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.